Here's the laziest way to generate income online in 2023. It's called remote closing. Now, I don't call it lazy because it's not going to take work or some sort of get rich thing, but I call it lazy because it doesn't involve starting a business, product, or service, and you can actually get started today. So here's how it works. So you're probably familiar with people like Grant Cardone, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Jay Abraham, people like that. Most of those people, you probably see their ads all of the time, right? Or you see ads in your newsfeed all of the time in general from different gurus out there. And have you ever wondered, how do these influencers actually make their money? Here's how it actually works. You can see on the screen. They run an ad, and you see these in your newsfeeds all the time. That's usually to a $7 to $97 product. They break even or lose a little bit of money on the customer acquisition, but where they really make their money is actually on the high ticket sales calls, selling masterminds or coaching programs that are $5K to $100K. Now, here's their problem and where you can actually step in and solve a problem for them. Can these people take all the sales calls themselves? Absolutely not. They're worried about running their business. So what you can do is come in, solve that problem for them, take the sales calls off their plate, charge a commission in exchange, and in doing so, you can make money online working entirely remote from anywhere in the world simply just by having those conversations. Now, here's how the math breaks down. So essentially, let's imagine that you take 5 calls a day and you're closing 1 out of 5 calls. Let's also imagine that you make 1K per sale. So if you worked 20 days in the month, taking 5 calls a day, closing 1 of those 5, you'd make 20 grand in that month. Now, let's say you're only making $500 a sale. You'd make 10 grand in that month. And sometimes there's bonuses and all these things to where you can actually get much, much more than that. If that sounds interesting and you want to learn more, click the link below. I'm actually holding a webinar in which you can learn basically my journey, how I went from broke bartender, really after an online failure in online business myself, all the way to where in a couple of years, I was using this skill of remote closing to make more than a neurosurgeon in a single year. In that video, you'll also understand the 4-step process that allowed me to get there. And by the end of the video, you'll be able to use that 4-step process yourself to be able to get results with remote closing and take that and start this in the next 30 days. So click the link below and we'll see you on the other side.